Unless you want Ronaldo to hear you making weird noises. Okay, so doing the 3-bet pot under the gun versus +1, reg versus reg yesterday. Let's see. The board was Jack 9-3 rainbow. We have extremely tight ranges here, which I think is probably pretty correct. I'm going to be checking everything. He's supposed to be betting everything, but he didn't. So I'm going to no luck what I think he's probably doing. I would say he's doing a lot of checking with like his ace highs, his king highs. He might bet like his gut shots, which actually, yeah, those are both gut shots, so maybe he does bet those. So he mostly bets those probably. These hands, I really have no idea what he's going to do with these. Problem is he might have two sizings here too, like a bigger size with his good hands. But I'm just going to do a check and a bet, I guess. I think he'll definitely be betting his aces and kings and queens. Jacks, I don't know, he could check behind some jacks. Tens, 50-50. I think he bets his top pair for protection. Maybe, yeah, I just think he checks his top pair. He bets his top pair a lot. Again, this is probably where he might have two sizings, but he also might not. I'm really not sure. I'm gonna say he like probably bets his air like a couple like every now and then. But he's gonna have like a lot of ace high in his check back range for sure. It's probably right. He's definitely betting nines. I think he's definitely betting his over pairs. Maybe every now and then he checks like aces. It's possible. It's gonna be something like this. Maybe, I really don't know. Maybe he doesn't stab these that much. Okay. So then when he checks, it might actually want me to bet the turn. I want to do this, I don't know. Get the 5 of spades. I bet it's gonna want me to come out and bet the turn, which I didn't. Yeah. Didn't really think about this. But anyway, I decided to check. I pretty much just check everything, I guess, because I'm like at the top of my range here. But this is definitely something I should consider in the future, just leading myself. I bet I can just bet small and go really big on the river because he just doesn't protect his check back range very well. Anyway, now we're going to give him two sizes because he used this $60 size, which was like basically, what is that, like 40%? It's like a 40% size. Like 38 actually. I'll just do it exactly. He did 12 big blinds, so let's do that. Okay. I'm gonna say he's probably splitting his sizings here. I don't know that he's actually gonna overbet, so this might not be right, but he'll be splitting his sizings for sure, I think. So let's say he uses the big size with his sets that he checked the flop with. Aces. doesn't really have any top pair, under pair. I think under pairs are going to go into the smaller size, third pair, and then like the ace high that he does bet, he might not always bet ace high. It's probably more likely to bet ace queen, just because he wants me to fold my ace king, right? This I would say it's like he's probably betting with the combo draws for sure, right? The big size, you would think. And then flush draws to the nuts. I would say he's probably betting. I don't know what size. I do think he's probably always betting when he turns the flush draw. Oh, he's got some open-endeds here too. He probably bets those two. I don't know if he uses the big size or the small size. Something like this. He's going to continue to check some ace king, but he's going to start betting a lot, like stabbing a lot probably. He might check back some 10 sometimes too. I didn't think about that. He's probably ace 5. He's probably going to check that a pretty good amount too. He probably checks that more than he bets it, actually. Same thing with 5-6. Like, I don't know that he's just going to start stabbing these bottom pairs because he beats ace king now. This feels close, maybe not perfect, but close to what his strategy would be. And he takes the small size. Wants us to raise everything. Okay, so I don't know if that's like perfect, but let me give him the actual size I used. We'll use the big size too. So I raised to 30 big blinds. So we'll give him give us two sizes and see which is better with our hand. So we raise small. He doesn't fold anything. I don't think there's like any folds. Like maybe he folds some ace queen. He's not folding ace king. I know that much. I think all this still calls. Yeah, spades, spades. We can say he still folds ace queen. That's fine. Let's leave it like that. But I don't think he folds ace king to this size. Then to this size. Now he's going to be folding like everything. He folds under pairs, he folds the third pair. Probably folds like all that. He calls the combo draw. Probably still calls the flush draw to the nuts. Probably folds this. We can say he calls sometimes, I guess. I really don't know. This is just the spades, right? Yeah, spades, spades. This offsuit, that's folding. That's folding. So, what does he have? He has nothing that calls. I guess I should have given him like a few better hands in his that bets this size, because he maybe should have like a little bit of sliver of jacks, sliver of aces here. Yeah, maybe I should have given him a little bit. Oh well. And then it likes, when you give him this response, it likes using the big size with our bluffs. Actually, both are fine. It seems like both are fine. Both sizes are fine on the check raise. I should have looked at what betting my hand was before I did this. Let's see which is better. Seems like it's actually really similar in EV. But I don't know if this is amazing. And on the river, I check. I don't know if that's going to be good or not. It might have like a block bet size here with my hand. Yeah, 23. They're like quarter pot. It's really similar to checking. It's almost the same, but I think this block bet's probably better, honestly, because he will have some calls. By Ace King. Ace King wants to just go all in. Okay. With the spade. What about no spade? No spade is doing the block bet, which is interesting. How does he even respond to the block bet? Does he call Ace King? I don't think he calls Ace King. Does he call any of this stuff? I do think he calls the 10s that he still has. Definitely with the spades. Exclude spades. Okay, so it does have him folding. What about... Okay. Okay, so we got him just bluffing. That's actually probably pretty close. I don't think he finds the all-in here. So let's just say, so maybe he calls 10%. I don't think he calls Ace King very much. It's possible that he calls this hand, but I would say not often. It's the same for this hand and this hand. This is obviously not folding. Yeah, it's probably something like this. I mean, these ranges are so tight. It's there's not very many hands. And then let's look at all in. Pretty sure he's just gonna call flushes and he's gonna fold everything else. He probably just folds a straight too. Honestly, we can give him 10% call with a straight. And this feels correct to me. I mean, I don't think he's calling with anything. Put a straight or a flush here all in. So let me go back. And yeah, the block bet is now drastically outperforming check. I mean, it's an extra 20 bucks. So I definitely should have bet the river. Actually wants to go all in with aces. That's crazy. Is that a bluff? It's gotta be as a bluff. It has to be. Let's turn aces into a bluff. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. This makes sense. Let's see how he responds to a check. I think he probably just we can say maybe he bluffs sometimes his ace kings. Obviously that's his flushes he's gonna bet. We can just say it's not gonna be all in, but we'll just say he uses the big size with his flushes. Well, doesn't really matter, but straights probably something like this. He's not betting any of these hands. He might bluff, let's say like 10% of the time, and then like maybe he bluffs for this size like another 20% with like the ace of spades. So yeah, maybe this too, but I don't know. So this is gonna be a strategy versus a check, I think. Let me just see. Yeah, definitely makes check better, but still definitely prefers betting. So I have a good block bet on the river. Another thing is I could just start betting myself on the turn. I'm not sure which I like better, honestly. A really profitable bluff here. Really profitable. Oh, now it's not. It's not turning the aces into a bluff now. Oh, because he's going to do some bluffing, I guess, with the ace of spades. Even the nut flush prefers the small size. So, yeah, it's weird. This is a weird situation where our bluffs and our value like the small size on the river. Interesting, interesting. Go back here. This is very similar EV to very similar EV with the big size and the small size. What about? And then here, I had it force check, but it actually liked betting a little bit.